So, good day everyone. Today I will be talking about clouds and precipitation. First of all, not all clouds are created equal. Some are puffy and sweet, others are gray and uniform, while the others are still erratic and capricious. That the human mind starts to see things just like shapes, animals, and etc. A cloud is a visible accumulation of mini droplets of water, ice crystals, or balls suspended in the air, though they vary in shape and size. All clouds are basically formed in the same way through the vertical of air above the condensation level. Clouds may also form in contact with the ground surface. Such a cloud would be known as fog, ice fog, and mist. There were different types of clouds, and its name is based on their shape and how high up they hover in the troposphere. The type of clouds can be divided into three levels, and also there are 10 types of clouds. Often in some places, you can see cirrus, stratus, and cumulus, because these following clouds are the most common and representative for each altitude class. And now let's go to the high level clouds. You can find there cirrocumulus, cirrus, and cirrostratus. And on mid level clouds, you can see altocumulus, altostratus, and nimbostratus. And lastly, low level clouds. You can find stratus, cumulus, cumulonimbus, and stratocumulus. Now let's talk about the precipitation. Precipitation is a water released from clouds in the form of rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow, or hail. It is primary connection into the water cycle that provides the delivery of atmospheric water to the earth. And also, most precipitation falls as a rain. And now let's go to the structure of depression. An air mass is a huge body of air with similar temperature and humidity characteristics. Temperatures and humidities vary gradually with latitude, longitude, and altitude throughout the air mass. The air masses obtain their characteristic temperature and humidity by setting at a location on Earth for a period of time. This location is called source region. Air masses are named by their temperature and humidity characteristics. The humidity characteristic is derived from the type of surface over which the air mass sits in. The two main surface differences on Earth are land and water. And now let's go to the name of air mass. There were 6 types of air mass, and let's name it all. The ME, or what you call the maritime equatorial, and the characteristics of it is moist and hot, I mean. And the MT, maritime tropical, and the characteristic of it is moist and warm. CT, it is called continental tropical. The characteristic of it is dry and warm. MP, maritime polar. The characteristic of it is moist and cold. CP, continental polar. The characteristic of it is dry and cool, or dry and cold. And lastly, the CA, continental Arctic, and the characteristic of it is dry and very cold. So on the final topic, I will be talking about anticyclone and other pressure system. Cyclone. It is characterized by a rapid inward circulation of air masses about a low pressure center. It is accompanied by a stormy with destructive weather. It also moves in counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Anticyclone. It moves in the clockwise in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise in the southern hemisphere. It is also known as high. Weather in anticyclones varies from place to place. And now, talking about the weather in cold anticyclones. It is also known as continental highs. and it is usually located in Siberia, northwest Canada in winter. And the characteristic of it is cold air and weather in subtropical anticyclones. It has a stable atmospheric conditions and is hot and dry weather. Weather in mid-altitude anticyclones located beneath the leading edge of ridges in the upper air westerlies. And the weather there is usually fine. Winter anticyclones. It may bring cold, frosty weather, or a fog. Thank you for listening.